It's time for another installment of the basics, and on today's show I want to talk to you a bit about the seed phase in the Star Trek card game. And this is the initial phase you have to go through to set up your space line to start playing the game. And I'm going to give you some tips and tricks about the seed phase, so pay attention, okay? Anyone that has played the Star Trek card game knows that the seed phase is a giant pain in the ass. Not only does it take almost 20 minutes to complete most seed phases, so this goes with putting your missions down one at a time, seeding the dilemmas and other associated cards, as well as your outposts, and getting everything ready for the play phase of the game. It's just something that could be sped up, and when you're playing with your friends, which is also known as house rules, you can speed up the speed phase. One of the ways you can do that, and me and my friends used to do this all the time, is when you're got your seed deck and you're putting your dilemmas underneath, instead of putting one at a time and going turn for turn, take 3 or 4 dilemmas that you have for that specific mission, put them under right away. Don't go one at a time. And make sure that you've thought these dilemmas out as you're building your deck. That way you save even more time. One of the biggest tips I can give anyone for deck building in regards to the seed phase, don't put any more than 3 or 4 dilemmas under each mission when you're seeding. There is no need for any more than 4 dilemmas, and I have seen people put 5 or 6 or even 7 under 1 or 2 different spaceline locations. Do we really need the game slowed down that badly just because someone's trying to make a point with their dilemmas? No. 3 or 4 is sufficient, and it leaves you enough space in your seed deck to put more than 2 outposts, which could come in handy. So don't overkill on the dilemmas. Another one of the big problems of the seed phase is that when people are deck building, they're not taking into the account the total number of cards in their deck and how big their deck is getting, because they're stuffing it with too many dilemmas and too many outposts. As I've mentioned in previous games, 2 outposts is enough. You could possibly have a 3rd if you have a station. But any more than, say, 28 dilemmas, and my maximum for dilemmas in a deck is about 24. But 28 is your upper maximum. 24 is a safe bet. That leaves you to about 4 dilemmas per mission, unless, of course, you want to take some of your dilemmas and maybe put 5 on one mission and 3 on another. Again, though, 5 is excessive under one mission, and you don't know what your opponent's deck looks like, so, just speed up the seed phase. You're not going to be able to do this in tournaments, but at the same time, if you can pick up some speed in a house rules game and cut your seed phase from 20 minutes to, say, 5, it's completely worth it. Now, that all being said, when you go to a sanctioned tournament, you have no choice but to follow the guidelines for the seed phase. So 1 mission at a time, 1 dilemma at a time, 1 outpost at a time. It is what it is, so you have to do it. But if your opponent is really taking his sweet time to put a dilemma down, I believe there is a certain facilitation within the rules that you can have the judge come over and make your opponent go a little quicker. But again, it's the seed phase, it's a tournament, it's going to take 15 to 20 minutes. But when you're playing with your friends, speed that up. Have a great day.